Hey there, friends. Welcome to our fifth chakra practice. This is our throat chakra, located right in the throat. Um, it is also known as the Vishuddha Chakra. So, this chakra is associated with the color blue, and it's all about our self expression, our connection, communication, our truth. So, as we work through this practice today, we'll go through some affirmations that help to uplift and open the throat chakra, as well as lots of movements that involve not only opening through the chest, but also opening and lifting through the throat. So for today's practice, you have the option to start seated or maybe sitting up onto the shins and sitting back on the heels. If you would like, you could always grab a block, wedge that block between your shins and sit yourself down on the block. So get yourself comfortable, whatever that might look like for you. Let your hands just start by gently resting in the lap. The shoulders to drop heavy and the eyes to begin to close. Just start to notice your breath. With each breath in, fill yourself up with the belly rise and the chest rise. With every breath out, let everything just fall heavy, washing you into the present moment. The eyes can stay closed. Let's just bring the hands together. Start to rub the palms together. Create a little bit of heat, some warmth, some friction here. And then bring your hands to rest right over the throat space. You'll feel a little warmth radiating from the palm. Just begin to notice the sensation of your breath and the sensation of the warmth from the hands. So as you breathe in, you notice the sense of cool as it comes in through the nose, cool washing down the back of the throat. And as you breathe out, you feel warmth traveling up from the throat and out the nose. Continue to focus on your breath. Allow the hands to come down and rest once again into your lap. And with the eyes closed, the throat chakra is associated with the color blue. So let sky blue just wash over the eyelids. Breathing that blue in and breathing it out. Notice how you begin to feel. And then just repeating these mantras to yourself. I speak my truth. My voice matters. I express myself. I speak with love and kindness. Continuing to settle with the breath and the color blue. Take a breath in. See if you could lengthen up a little taller, stacking the spine, lifting through the crown of the head. The neck feels a bit longer and the shoulders drop. On your next breath out, allow your chin to begin to drift down towards your chest. Feel the back of your neck getting a moment to lengthen out, stretch on out. Inhale is going to begin to drift your right ear now towards your right shoulder, but let the right shoulder remain heavy. And then drift the chin back down towards the chest. On your next breath in, left ear drifts towards the left shoulders. Left shoulder drops heavy, right shoulder pulls heavy. Weight of the head doing all the work. And then the chin back down towards the chest. You can continue several more times, seesawing the neck from side to side, or maybe you start to come into some nice full neck circles, beginning to allow the throat a moment to open up as the head drops back. Focus in on the sensation, the cool of the breath as it washes down the throat when you breathe in. And the warmth up and out the throat as you breathe out. And if you're taking these neck circles, go ahead, take them the other direction. And then let the throat open up as the head drops back. One more time around, and together we'll meet right back at center, sitting up nice and tall. If you are sitting up on a block, I recommend scooching the block out of your way. You could stay sitting on the bum or just resting now down onto the heels. Get yourself comfortable here. Bring the hands together at the heart. We'll interlace the fingers together. We'll take a series of angel breaths. Inhale, let the head begin to drop back. The arms begin to open wide, front body and throat stretches out here. Exhale, draws the elbows back towards one another. Chin pulls towards the chest. You might even round the spine a bit. We're going to do that a few more times. Inhale, open up the elbows, head drops back, throat space opens. Exhale, bring it all together around the spine. 2 more, breathing in. And breathing out. Last one, in. And out. Let the hands come together at heart center. Take a breath in, reach your arms all the way up overhead. Now, as you breathe out, we're going to bring our right hand down to the ground. You're going to scoot your right hip down. So you're going to come off of the feet, and you're just going to lean to the right as you reach those left fingertips up and overhead. Take the head. See how it feels to turn it to look underneath the left arm. Inhale is going to bring you all the way to center, sitting back onto the heels. Sit up tall, lengthen through the neck. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, left hand's going to come down to the ground beside you, scooching that left hip down off of those heels. Inhale it up and overhead, easing underneath that right arm. Inhale, back to center. Rolling out the wrists all the way down to the sides. Take your time, hands wash down to the heart. Breathing here, sit up tall. Inhale, arms are going to reach up overhead. You're going to come up high onto your knees. You're going to reach on up, drop the shoulders, get steady here. And then you're going to start to reach the arms all the way on back so that you can bring the hands to your lower back. Fingertips are either going to face down towards the bum or out towards the side. You choose your journey. Roll those shoulders up, back, down, and around. Start to squeeze the elbows towards one another. Lift the heart. Let the head start to float on back, but keep control as the hips press on forward. Just a small back bend here as we warm up in our practice. Inhale, pulls those hips back up underneath. Reach the arms all the way up overhead. And then start to reach the arms on forward. Slow descend all the way down. Try to keep a flat back. Reach it on forward. Let the bum come towards the heels, kissing all the way down. Nice and slow, child's pose. Let everything melt heavy towards your mat, towards the ground. Take a few cycles of breath. Again, the words come in. I speak my truth. My voice matters. I express myself. I speak with love and kindness. Gently start to drag the hands beside the knees so you could press the chest on up, scooch the hips out to the side, and send your legs out long in front. Here we are in staff pose, Dandasana. That's the first time we're extending our legs in our practice, so soften the knees if you need to, if that's where you want to be this practice. Digging into your heels, sit up tall, and then we're going to breathe the arms all the way up overhead. Drop the shoulders. See if you can pull the neck a little longer. As you exhale, let the belly come towards the thighs, the chest to reach forward, the crown to reach forward towards the toes, the neck to stay long, coming into your forward fold, Uttanasana. See how working with each and every breath feels. One more full breath in. And a full breath out. Starting to walk yourself all the way back on up. Roll yourself on up. Let the hands continue to slide all the way back. Roll the shoulders up, back down, and around. Squeeze the shoulder blades towards one another. Lift the chest, lift the chin. You may stay here if you're looking for a little added challenge. Start to press into the hands, lift the hips, point the toes, reverse planks. Shoulders remain squeezing towards one another. Active here. Control of head and neck. Breathing here, lifting a little higher for 3 and 2 and 1. If the hips are lifted, let's slowly bring them all the way back on down. Together we sit up tall, dragging that right knee in towards the chest. Get yourself comfortable. Flexing through the left foot, steady through the right foot. We're going to take a nice twist. Start to wrap your left arm around the right leg. Inhale, right arm starts to reach up. The chest is already beginning to turn to the right. Swim it on back, coming into your twist. Now you can just stay here, hugging that leg in close, really using it as a lever to come deeper into the twist. Make sure you're keeping control of the head and neck. Or you can hook that elbow outside the leg. A little bit more of a lever here. Staying here for another breath. And a nice inhale unwinds. As we unwind, the arms sweep on up, counter twist over to your left. Hands come down, kissing to the left side. Maybe a little bend in the elbows. Arriving back at center, letting the right knee fall out to the side. You're going to let the left heel scooch a little bit further out, so you're more in a side open angle or a smaller side open angle. And then the right hand's going to plant down one more time. Left fingertips reach back up towards the sky. This might be where you stay. Front body opens up, control head and neck, hello throat. Or maybe coming into a modified wild thing, starting to rock up onto the right knee, reaching on back. Finding your breath here in that wild thing. And then slowly lower down if that's the option you chose. Together, coming back to our staff pose. Getting the sits bones settled, the posture tall, left knee draws on in, planting left foot down. We'll come into our twist, simply hugging that right arm around the leg, draw it in close, inhale, left arm reaches, chest begins to turn open to the left, roll it on back, gaze over left shoulder or towards the left. The option to hook the elbow outside the leg. Lingering in that twist for 3, 2, and 1. Gently unwind. As you unwind, arms float all the way up, counter twist over to your left, or over to your right, excuse me. Unwinding back to center. As you unwind, left knee opens out to the side. Take that right leg out. Get set up here. Maybe this is where you stay as the left hand plants down. Inhale, right arm reaches. Stay here, rock up onto that left knee. Point the right toes, reach up and back. You'll feel that opening through side body. Control through the head. And then slowly lower all the way back on down if you are lifted. Zip those legs all the way on up. Shake it on out. And then we're going to swing it back to tabletop, coming onto hands and knees. If you'd like to cushion your knees, feel free to take a blanket, cushion, a pillow. You could always find more comfort if you need it. And we'll find that good alignment, shoulders stacked over wrists. Spread of the fingers, hips over knees. Look between the knees, hide the toes so knees or hips distance apart. We're just going to play around with cat-cow. So inhale, starts to drop the chest, drop the belly, lift the tailbone. Start to scoop the chest forward, bring the gaze forward. You'll start to feel that stretch in the throat space. Cow pose. And as you breathe out, everything comes the opposite way. So we press the earth away. We draw the belly the opposite way. So we press the earth away. We draw the belly and tuck the chin now. Back of the neck feels long. Tuck the tailbone. And then inhale, chest and belly drop, tailbone lift, scoop the chest forward, shine that heart space forward, shine the throat. Close your eyes, start to flow now through these two postures, cat and cow. And we'll take it one more time each direction. So one more cow. Open the throat, linger for a moment. One more cat pose. Let it all out, let it all go. Neutral spine brings you back to center. We're going to drop down onto our forearms now. As we come down onto our forearms, we're going to lift the tailbone up. Already heart space is starting to pull forward and down. We're going to come into puppy pose or heart melting pose. So squeeze the arms towards one another, walk the knees on back, start to extend the arms, lift that tailbone, melt your chest on down. Maybe forehead comes down, or if you're feeling open through the throat, maybe the chin. Breathe. And then we'll start to come out of the pose, maybe snuggling the forearms in a little bit, taking it right to Spinks Pose. So we're going to come forward onto the belly. Shoulders are going to be over the elbows. Spread of the fingers, uncurl the toes, press into the tops of the feet. Again, heart space comes forward, maybe a slight gaze on up, very slight. Press through the pelvis, so press it on down. Inhale. And as you exhale, gaze over the right shoulder. And then let the chin drop down towards the chest. Linger here. Let the back of the neck get a nice stretch. Exaggerate, pull the chin in. And then inhale, gazing over that left shoulder. And chin comes back down towards the chest. This time we take a bend in the right knee, heel towards the bum. Start to look back at that right foot. And then release the foot, chin back down to the chest. We take it to the other side, bending the left knee, gazing back at the left foot. Pull the chest forward as you gaze back. And then bring it back on down. Bring the chin back to the chest. And then bring your gaze back on forward, pausing here. And then gently start to press it on back, coming into your child's pose. You could take the knees out wide, bring the big toes towards one another. And let everything anchor down towards the ground. An option to bring the palms together. Bending in the elbows, letting the thumbs rest towards the back of the head, the back of the neck, or the upper back. If you choose this option, walk your elbows out a little bit further forward, letting the side body get a little extra love here. And then the hands release back down if that's the option you took. Let's make our way to our first downward facing dog. So starting to curl the toes, press the hips up and back. And find where the feet feel good. Find a steadiness in the arms, a little space between the shoulder blades. Breathe. So the breath has been here the whole time. Come back to it. And then start to pedal it on out. Bend one knee, pull the opposite heel down, and then alternate up. Just start to find this switch, bend and pull opposite heel. So Coming into what we call walking the dog. And then find steadiness, find stillness. Shake the head yes. Feel nice and loose through neck and throat. And then shake the head no. And then shake the head yes once again. And then let the head be still. Bend the knees. Start to make your way to the top of your mat, walking feet to hands forward fold. And once you get there, let everything hang. Arms hang, head hangs. Bend in the knees. Let everything just pull down towards the ground. Resist gravity a little bit. See if the hips can lift a little higher. And then nice and slowly roll yourself all the way on up. Slow, slow, slow. Head is the last thing to arrive at the top of this roll. And the shoulders come up, back down, and around once you get there. Find yourself in a moment of mountain pose. Fingertips feel heavy. Shoulders are anchored down. Then we're going to start to send the fingertips all the way back, interlace the fingers together. If that's a no for you, just bring them to the lower back. If not, fingers interlaced, draw the knuckles down, start to pull them away from the bum, maybe a few moments to roll the chest on open. And then find that steady, find that stillness. Take a bend in the elbows, bringing either the fists to the low back or over to that right hip point. Pull the shoulders down, stand up tall. Here we go. Let the chin draw down towards the chest. Right ear towards the right shoulder. And the chin back down towards the chest. And bring the head back to center. Start to send the hands back. Draw them away from the bum, open up through the heart. Take a little space between the feet. Take a breath in. Exhale, lead with the heart, lead with the throat all the way down. Forward fold. See if you can draw a rainbow overhead with those fists. And then a nice bend in the knees. Shifts the weight into the heels. Come up, little chair or lightning bolt. Lift the chest. Start to shift the weight into your left foot. Start to extend through the left leg. Right knee pulls on up. We're balancing, so gaze is on forward. All right, you can have the hands on the lower back or keep them interlaced. Send that right heel on back. Coming into our warrior 3. Take your time. Shaky is okay. Find your steady. Active back leg. Lift that right heel up a little higher. Pull that left quad. And then slow and steady, land that right toe all the way down. Drop the right knee down to the floor. Separate the hands, shake out the shoulders, any little movement or motion that feels right. We're in our low crescent lunge now. We breathe the arms all the way up overhead. And then settle the shoulders. Get yourself nice and steady. So integrity in that front foot, option to curl the back toes under. And then we're going to take the hands to the back of the head, elbows open out nice and wide. We're going to inhale, lift the chest, press the hips slightly forward, open the throat as the head drops into the hands. And then follow me here as we exhale. We're going to start to extend through that front leg. It doesn't have to come all the way straight. Keep the toes pointed down, draw the elbows towards one another. It's almost like half split. We're getting a stretch through the ankle too. And then we're going to take it again. Inhale, bend back into the knee. Start to lift the chest so the chest comes high. And then it starts to come where the head drops back into the hands. And then we start to pull the hips on back, elbows towards one another. Try to keep that foot on down. Last one, inhale. Coming back to that lunge. And exhale. Inhale, opens up those elbows back to that lunge position. Send the arms all the way up overhead. Already putting a little bit of extra weight into that front foot. Curl your right toes into your mat. Roll out the wrists. All right, here's our little challenge. We're going to send the fingertips on back again, interlace the fingers. Option to just come to the hips or to the lower back. But if we want to find more of that opening through throat and heart, interlace. Low back is sufficient too. Start to press into that front foot. We're going to spring our way on up into warrior three. It might take a little effort. It might take a few little hops. Heart space pulling forward, lengthen out through the neck. Turn the right hip down. And then right foot to meet the left. Separate the arms, let the hands flow down. Mountain pose. I speak my truth. My voice matters. I express myself. I speak with love and kindness. Breathe. Inhale, reaching the arms all the way up overhead. Exhale, swan dive all the way down, leading with the throat, leading with the heart, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, hands drift up the legs, elongate the neck, pull the sits bones back. Exhale, forward fold. Bend the knees, ground your hands, step it back to a high plank. And then lower all the way down onto the belly. Option to come down to the knees if you would like. Uncurl the toes, slide the hands back, already lengthen the neck. Head stays down to start, and then inhale, roll the chest up, cobra, head comes last. Exhale, lower down. Curl the toes into the mat, press your way all the way up and back, downward facing dog. We'll take some lion's breath. So if you would like, our inhale comes in through our nose. Our exhale is almost like a roar, some heat out the throat, out the mouth. You stick out the tongue. We'll try for 3. Breathe in, sensation of cool. Let it out. 2 more in. The last one. Steady breath. Journey your way to the top of your mat, forward fold. This time we'll rooterize. Inhale all the way up, lift the heart, lift the arms, hands connect. Exhale, down. Bring the thumbs to the throat space. I speak my truth. Down to the heart. Arms melt down to the side. Start to swing the fingertips on back. Interlace the fingers together behind the back or post them up onto your lower back. All right, we start to open through the chest again. The shape is starting to feel familiar. Lifting through the crown of the head. And then bend the elbows so that the fists come either to the left lower back or to the left hip. Even out the shoulders. Stand up tall and then let the chin drop down towards the chest. Left ear drifts towards the left shoulder. And then the chin comes back down towards the chest. Pause. And then bring the head back to center, the fist back to center, knuckles draw down, heart space lifts. Breathing in, separate the feet just about hips distance apart. Exhale, lead the chest, leave the throat arm down, coming into that forward fold with the hands clasped or to low back. Bending in the knees, weight shifts to the heels, rise up, lightning bolt or a little chair pose. And then we start to extend the legs, left knee rises on up. Find your steady, your focal point already in front, and then send that left heel all the way back, kick it back, warrior three. Beautiful, nice and controlled. Left toes come down, left knee comes down to the ground. Make it comfortable and then separate the hands. Little movement here. Roll out the shoulders. And then inhale, arms reach up. Steady through that right foot. As you exhale, hands come to the back of the head. Inhale, heart pulls up, throat open. Start to press the chest up and the hips forward. Rest the head into the hands. Exhale brings you back through center. Start to extend through that front leg. Elbows come in towards one another. Inhale, bend, open up the chest. Let the head drop back with control. Exhale, send the hips back. Send the crown of the head forward. Elbows towards one another. Last one, in. And out. Inhale brings you back to that low lunge. And then we send the arms all the way up. Relax the shoulders. Get yourself steady again. Right foot's planted. Curl the left toes into your mat. Start to circle out your wrists. And then clasp the hands together or to your lower back. Heart lifts. Integrity starts to already come forward. Energy starts to already come forward. Spring it on up best you can. Come forward. Energy starts to already come forward. Spring it on up best you can. Back to warrior 3. Neck is long. Gaze out, not fully down. And then left foot to meet the right. Release the hands. Mountain pose. Close the eyes. Let the color blue wash over the eyelids again. Nice big inhale. Send the arms on up. Exhale, lead with the chest, lead with the throat all the way down, dragging crown of the head towards the ground. Breathe in, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Bend the knees, ground the hands. We're going to step it back to high plank. Steady in our high plank. Dropping down to the knees or all the way down to the belly, you choose. Sliding the hands on back, little tuck of the chin towards the neck to start, elbows back, shoulders back, inhale, lift, cobra. Exhale, slowly lower. Child's pose, press it back, linger here. Starting to drag the hands on back towards the knees, press the chest on up. We're going to come back into staff pose. So come down onto your bum. Send the legs out in front, staff pose. Zip the legs up. Intention through the feet, toes pull on back, reach the arms out in front. Begin to lift up out of the hips, control through the tummy as you slowly roll yourself all the way down to your back. Let the knees pull into the chest once you arrive. And find a nice gentle rock side to side. Little tuck of the chin towards the neck, towards the chest. I'm going to give you 2 options for an inversion. You're either going to come into waterfall, simply extending the legs. Now, if you have a healthy neck and you have shoulder stand in your practice, option for shoulder stand. If you know that you have neck injuries, neck soreness, tightness, problem areas in the neck, I want you to stay here. Shoulder stand, we simply rock up onto the shoulders. Hands support the lower back, toes up towards the sky. Draw the elbows towards one another. Lift the hips, breathe. Any variation of your shoulder stand, take it now. Shoulder stands release down to waterfall. All meet in our waterfall. Arms resting at the sides, upper body heavy. And then bend the knees, plant the feet down. Either taking your block and wedging it between your thighs or pretend you have a block between your thighs. And then draw your heels in close, setting up for bridge pose. Arms melt to the sides, upper body stays grounded. Take that breath in, drive through the feet, hips lift up towards the sky. Glutes activate here, roll the chest on open, snuggle the shoulders together, option to interlace the fingers. Lift a little higher as you breathe in. And exhale, slowly lower all the way down. Knees come into the chest last time, rock it side to side. Take a breath in. As you breathe out, lift the head up towards the knees, squeeze yourself so very tight. And then let the upper body drop down to the ground. Let the arms melt to the sides as the feet plant down. And then slowly, one at a time, right leg comes long. Left leg comes long as you arrive in Shavasana. Let the physical body drop heavy. Take any little movements, motions you need to take, and then find stillness. Inhaling in and exhaling out. Breathing in fills you up. And exhale, let it go. Breathe in. Exhaling, body relaxes even further as the eyes gently close. And then start to bring your attention to your throat space, your chakra of self-expression, your chakra of personal will. And as you breathe, allow your throat center to soften. Expand and breathe. Inviting in the color blue. The color of the sky. Breathe sky blue into your throat center. Clearing, opening, softening the need for control, freeing self-expression and creativity. Let your throat take what it needs. Breathing that blue sky into that throat space. And say the words, I hear and speak my truth. I express myself freely. I allow myself to go with the flow of life. You stay here as long as you need to in your Shavasana. Give yourself time to relax. I'd like to thank you for sharing your beautiful throat chakra practice with me. I send you love and light. Namaste.